Okay, who are you and where are you from?
My name is Thomas. I'm from Hinckley, California. Me and my wife travel to Barstow frequently. One day she turns around and comes to Walmart late at night. They turn around and shut the store down. Took her had 9 minutes to close the store down because apparently somebody had contracted COVID. Shortly after she comes home from that day, she started getting sick. She goes to the hospital. They tell her she had COVID. That she didn't have it anymore, but she did have it. I experienced pretty much mild symptoms of COVID for 4 days. Never got no vaccinations. I haven't gotten any vaccinations since I was pretty much an adolescent, ever since I was 18. Never got any vaccinations for COVID. Don't need them.
Why is that? I'm going to adjust something on the camera right now. Why do you not need vaccinations?
Because there's no point in getting a vaccination for something that I already have. All of my doctors have told me that I have a high immune system. I've got basically my organs and my kidneys and everything are functioning as an adolescent. I'm 39, almost 40. I never have gotten any of the vaccinations, flu shots or anything like that, and I've never gotten sick.
Are you worried about the vaccinations?
Yeah, actually I am, because you're getting there's more negative results from it than there are positive. There's videos on Facebook and on YouTube all the time regarding people getting vaccinations, being completely healthy, getting vaccinations, and then next thing you know, they're sick and they're in the hospital and then they die. So it's just like getting a vaccinations, because there's so many of them, is like playing Russian roulette with your life. Like, do you really want to put that bullet in the gun and spin it and pull the trigger and find out? When you don't necessarily have to even play Russian roulette, just don't get the vaccinations.
And do you have you been socially distancing from people?
Oh, I social distance all the time. I wear masks all the time. When I'm in cars with friends, when I'm in town, I wear masks. I social distance, and it's still me and my wife social distance since COVID came out. And it was that one day she went to Walmart, they closed, she came in and they said, okay, well, attention shoppers, you got 9 minutes to get your stuff and get out because we have to sanitize the store.
And she survived, obviously.
Yeah, well, she did. She actually is still suffering, still has some of the symptoms.
She's a long hauler.
Yeah, she has a lot of health problems now because of it, breathing, coughing, hacking. They did a comparison to a person's lungs. The health department or whatever did a research and found that COVID lungs, after somebody gets COVID, their lungs are worse than a lifetime smoker's cough, or a long-time smoker's lungs.
Is she getting a vaccine?
Nope.
And why not? Why is she not getting?
Because she's already had COVID. There's no reason for her to get COVID if her body's already built up an immunity to it. There's no reason for her to get. Like when the flu shots and everything go around, I never get them because I've already built up an enough immune system. I don't get sick. I stay active.
So you've been distancing from friends and family. I mean, like for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yep.
How's that affected your happiness level and or anxiety level?
I mean, it sucks that you can't be around your friends and family when you want to. Unfortunately, a lot of my family are back east. My kids and my parents are all back east. So it does pull a little drag on you when it comes to the seasons and stuff, and everybody's quarantining and stuff, and it gets really hard when you want to be around your family, because like my youngest, she contracted COVID. And she's in Wisconsin, and there's nothing I can do to get to her physically to help take care of her. And she sounds, I mean, when you hear her in the background, I talk to her on the phone, and you hear her coughing, it's like she smoked cigars. She's 16 years old, and it sounds like she smoked cigars her whole life. And it's because she's got worse lungs now from COVID than she did before.
So your anxiety level has raised.
Oh yeah, we have. I mean, my wife's got friends and family that she can't go and see. I've got friends and family that we can't go and see. My mom and my dad are in Ohio, and they're trying to force the whole vaccinations on people out there, and my mom and my dad are like, no, they don't. It doesn't. It's not good.
So your mom and dad are not doing it either, and they're elderly.
Yep.
And your So the government response, has it been over the top or not enough? What do you think the government response?
The response to the COVID, I think they should have responded a little bit better than what they did. I mean, they're giving these whole stimulus checks out. They should have done what other countries have done, like London or Britain. COVID is literally almost completely eradicated from that country, because whoever runs it decided to lock the whole entire country down, give all of the citizens like $5,000 or $7,000 to stay indoors for a month and a half to 2 months. And now, since everybody listened, that COVID over there is literally non-existent. But people out here don't want to listen to rules, and they want to go out and party, and they don't want to wear masks, and they got these anti-people that don't, want to wear masks and stuff. There's reasons why there's laws. There's reasons why there's rules put up to keep people safe. And if you don't want to apply by wearing a mask where you should be wearing a mask, then you take a chance of getting sick. And then all you're going to do is, you're not going to wear the mask. You're going to go into a facility or somebody that has COVID. You're going to contract it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go home and you're going to whine and bitch about the government and blame it on the government that gave me COVID. And well, it's this, it's the government that did this to me. No, it's not really necessarily the government's fault that you contracted COVID. It's your own fault because you didn't follow the guidelines.
What is the future?
Masks are going to be an everyday thing for the rest of at least the rest of my life. Masks are going to be an everyday thing. I don't know about my kids' generation, but masks are going to be a very permanent thing. COVID's not going away anytime soon.
And any final thoughts about this year in COVID, about maybe life and death? I mean, well, also, I forgot to ask, did anything good happen this year? Your relationship with your wife get
my wife actually
deeper, or
a good thing that happened to my
new hobbies?
What happened to me and my wife this year? She has a long time thyroid problem that wasn't dealt with when she was a kid. Her parents neglected and stuff like that. She just started getting it taken care of, and now she was quite heavy at one point, and now she's already dropped, since she got on her thyroid medicine, she's already dropped about 160 pounds to almost 200 pounds. So she's lost all of her body weight. All of her symptoms of being overweight are completely gone. Borderline diabetic, sleep apnea, snoring, all that's completely eliminated because she figured out what her problem was. We, going to our doctor's appointments and stuff. I finally got all of my rotten teeth removed out of my mouth, which made me a lot healthier. I'm able to actually eat normal food now instead of complaining about being in pain all the time. So yeah, just all around general this year, our health is actually, we're getting our health a lot more improved.
And lastly, as I said before, what are is your philosophy in life and death changed at all this year? What are your reflections on this year in a pandemic and how you've adapted?
I never thought I'd ever live in an era where there was a pandemic. I've never thought I would live in an era where, like, when I was a kid, when I was in middle school, elementary school, high school, there was no racial bigotry. There was no black people matter. It was, everybody got along. There was no racist. I had black friends, I had white friends, I had Asian friends. And now it's like everybody's just afraid to just be normal, and they want to just ridicule and prosecute everybody for the littlest thing. And it's like, why is it all of a sudden now it's a racial thing? COVID happened. COVID's supposed, you would think something like that would bring everybody together as one unit or a nation. Be like, okay, you know what? Screw that you're black. Screw you cut my arm, you cut anybody's arm, regardless of race. We're all going to bleed the same color. We're all going to bleed red. So this whole, just beating up on black people and beating up on Asians and beating up on white people, it's ridiculous. People need to stop, take the sticks out of their butts and come together more as a nation and more as a friend, Help your fellow man, help your people around you, and stop being so prejudiced and so racist about just the littlest things. Quit complaining all the time about the littlest things.
Very
Life
good.
moves on. Life goes on every day. Be proud that be happy and proud that you woke up in the morning and that you're able to go to sleep. Quit complaining that, oh, I don't like the way the sun looks. I don't like the way the color, I don't like the color of blue in the sky. The little things in life, you're going to it's how you get heart attacks and strokes because you stress yourself out over, BS, over crap. Take one day at a time, one problem at a time, and don't dwell over everything, because if you do, you're not going to get anything done, and you're constantly just going to be stuck at home. Woe is me. I can't get this done. I can't do this. I can't do that. You can if you get up and motivate yourself to act normal, act like a normal human.
Very good. Thank you on this Cinco de Mayo 2021 in front of the Walmart here in Barstow, California. Thank you.
Thank you.
Important note. These interviews attempt to follow how Americans live their daily lives in a pandemic, their behavior, and personal belief systems. The views expressed are not those of journalist Michael Sean Comerford, nor any affiliated organizations, past or present. No interview should be considered an endorsement of the opinions expressed by the interviewee. These pandemic-focused interviews document a wide range of views held by individuals along Route 66 from February to May 2021.